YouTube? My name is Jason, and welcome to my channel. My favorite album released by Michael Jackson was released in 1995, and it was called History, Past, Present, and Future, Book 1. And the reason it's my favorite, out of all the albums he released, the mainstream ones, like 1979's Off the Wall, 1982's Thriller, 1987's Bad, 1991's Dangerous, 2001's Invincible, 1995's History, Past, Present, and Future, Book 1. It was an album that he released when he actually stood up for himself, and he fought back against the allegations that were made to him about him like years prior to that. And it's about, a lot of people that were basically out to get him, that used him, that just made up a lot of terrible lies, that tried to sue him, tried to blackmail him, tried to... You hear dogs over there. But yeah, and the track listing on that song speaks volumes for itself. This track listing on that album does, like Scream, the lyrics on that, if you get a chance to look that up, that's crazy. And it's all about him standing up to himself and fighting. You look at the song DS, that's a good song too. That has a whole new meaning to it too. Money, that's just incredible. Like, that is fitting of, what happened to him his whole career this time around. There's so many tracks on there that were just like him standing up for himself and saying, no more, this isn't happening to me anymore. Basically, fuck you. I'm standing up to myself, for myself. And I think people saw that when the first, when that was released. The first single that was released was Scream from that. And obviously, this, my favorite song on that album was Earth Song. My favorite song released on that was Earth Song. But there was so many great songs, like You're Not Alone, which was the first single to ever debut at number 1 on the Billboard charts. So I thought that was like incredible. That song's incredible. It's written by R. Kelly. But yeah, that song, that whole CD, which was a 2-disc CD, or if you got it in cassettes or whatever you got it in, but yeah, 15 greatest hits and then the 15 new hits, and the whole album explains like him standing up for himself, him trying to help the planet, him explaining his childhood. The song Tabloid Junkie dispelled a lot of the rumors and talked about a lot of the rumors that were thrown at him his whole career. That song is Tabloid Junkie. It should have had a video to it. That would have been amazing. But like I said, Tabloid Junkie, Money, DS, This Time Around, Scream, They Don't Care About Us. There's so many different things on that album that made it, to me, his finest work. And it was totally different than anything that he'd ever done prior to that. So yeah, that's my favorite album.